What's up, YouTube? This week I wanted to talk about pregnancy again because I sort of want to explain why I took the hiatus this summer. Give you a glimpse into what happened. I got pregnant, you guys know that, in May. And I had a threatened miscarriage in July. July 19th actually was my bleed. And I had no idea that you could have a threatened miscarriage. I thought it was just, you're pregnant, all is well, you miscarry, not well. That's not well at all. My threatened miscarriage was a big bleed. It happened on July 19th, Michael's birthday party, and it really kind of sucked because I was the hostess, and a hostess hosts her party, and you cater to your guests and you just make sure things go smoothly, and they did. It was a beautiful party. I was so happy, except I was talking to Krista in the middle of the party, and I asked her how the meatballs were, and I felt a little lady goo drip down my leg, which happens when you wear a dress. You just kind of sit down and you let some of it absorb into your dress so it's not dripping down your leg. I mean, it's just clear fluid. Usually, it's just clear fluid. This time it was reddish, orangey, and so I had to ask Krista, which is when we let her in on the secret, because she was the only person at the party who would know anything about pregnancy. She told me, you know, a lot of girls spot during their pregnancy, which, come to find out, is true. Apparently, it's okay to spot. Of course, if it's a lot, you call your doctor. I am not a doctor. I am just telling you about my experience, okay? Michael started opening up his presents, and we're all sitting there and everybody's watching him open presents because that's what people do at a birthday party. Like, it's cool. Except as soon as he started opening up his first present, I had this gush of fluid, and I'm like, son of a bitch, really? Really? And so I looked at Krista and I was just like, psh, because she saw the look on my face, and it just kept happening and happening and happening. It was very similar to that feeling of the water coming out of your vagina when they break your water and you're having a contraction. That went on the entire time he opened his presents, and I got Krista to help me get a clean break away from everybody because I knew I bled through the chair. And since presents were over, people went back to their eating and playing and stuff that you do at birthday parties. At that point, I called the on-call, and she said that I could go to the ER if that makes me feel better, but I sounded pretty calm to her, so I didn't have to go. I mean, did I have cramps? Of course I had cramps. Bleeding irritates your cervix and makes you crampy. Like, it was not comfortable. It was quite painful towards the end, but I was hosting a party, so you just kind of smile and nod. How are you doing? Is the food okay? Can I get you anything? That's what you do. Since I wasn't leaving the party, I just slept on a pad and ended up bleeding through that one in an hour. And that's when I decided that, okay, fine, we'll go to the ER. We'll just see what they say. I'll sleep better knowing that the baby is moving. That's a great idea. Fine. Michael was already planning to stay the night at Gaga's house anyway, so what does it hurt? At the hospital, they gave me a blood test because they didn't have my blood type on record to see if I needed the RhoGAM shot. And they gave me a pelvic exam to see if my cervix was open, if I had any STDs, or if there were any clots still inside my vagina. And then I had an ultrasound to see if the baby was moving. I was sent home, I was put on pelvic rest, and I was told to follow up with my doctor on Monday, which I did, and we will talk about that next week, just to prevent this video from getting any longer. So be sure to subscribe, and if you want to offer any tips to future people or anything, just leave good information in the comments. I'll see you guys next week with the rest of the story. Bye.